Hello everyone, welcome back to CricAI, where the channel is all about cricket, data, and intelligence. So, as usual, every single week, this has been one of the busiest weeks in the world cricket, and I am back with the new updates, new data insights, and new visuals. Now we all know that India played total of four T20s in this period, two against Ireland and two against England. Now the first T20 got abandoned, as we all know, due to rain. So there is not been much talk about that match. But still, I have prepared some insights and I have prepared some points which I think I should share with you. Now we all know that India possesses a score of 189 for 7, where Abhishek Sharma scored 59 of 24 balls, the strike rate of 245, and Shreyas Iyer 68. Whereas Sanju Samson, our World Cup champion player, got dismissed for 1. And I think that single innings didn't help its cause as he's currently been dropped from the Zimbabwe tour. We'll get to that point, but still from a starting point, I'm just describing what's just happened in the recent two matches. Now, here's the number that mattered most, and almost nobody framed this way. Abhishek Sharma alone made 59 of India's 189 in the first match, nearly a one third of the total from one batter in a rain shortened match. This pattern is itself a very repeating and very common, where I'm pretty sure that opposition must be seeing this pattern. Now I have prepared some charts as you can see on your screen. Versus Ireland, he scored 49 out of 148 runs, which means 33% of runs are being scored from Abhishek Sharma's bats. Versus England, game one, he scored 59 out of 189. Again, 31% has been scored by Abhishek Sharma. Versus game two, he scored 43 runs, which is nearly 25% of the score which Team India scored. Now, if you see this common graph and common pattern, it is clearly reflecting that you get the wicket of Abhishek Sharma and you put India under pressure currently because nobody is being able to score that consistently and that well, barring Abhishek Sharma. Now, let's get to segment two, which is, I think, a very interesting one, which is Sooryavansh's debut and Bishnoi's collapse. Yeah. Now, at the Old Trafford, Manchester, England were playing the full side strength. Jofra Archer and Joshua Tongue was both back in the attack, and the biggest story before the ball was even bowled was Vaibhav Sooryavansh's T20 debut, which I think is a very pretty much decent point to discuss over because I thought that Sanju will might get another game and Sooryavanshi will eventually debut in the third or fourth game, but I guess we all were wrong and he debuted in the second T20I. Now he faced Josh Tongue on debut at 28, which was as Josh Tongue was also on his debut at 28. And later he hit Jofra Archer over one six over fine leg, and he also picked the slower ball of Joshua Tongue and he put it over the ground. So these two shots were, I think, a statement from him that he is here to stay. Now, if you see in that particular match, India's batting across both matches. Abhishek again amongst the top contributor. Ishan Kishan's 49, but it was in the losing cause as it took lot of balls to contain the innings. Now, I would like to discuss about the team selection on that particular ground. We played three spinners on that ground: Ravi Bishnoi, Akshay Patel, and Varun Chakravarti. Whereas England just played with the one legums, one leggy, which was Adil Rashid, and one part-time off-spinner, which I would not say a part-time because Will Jacks is eventually turning out to be a pretty much good bowler. He's handy with the ball also, and he got the wicket of Vaibhav Sooryavanshi also. So they played with the full pace attack. Now, on the pitch like Manchester and on the conditions like Manchester, was it a right decision to play three spinners? I think it's a questionable team selection remark. And now let's talk about England's batting attack in the second match. It is the same ground where England possessed the highest total of T20, which was 300 runs plus score, where Salt and Butler just matched the South African bowlers. So it was the same ground where they scored the 300 plus total. Now England's stage started with the disastrously bad. Like both Butler and Salt got out on zero on Arshdeep Singh's over. But then comes the Harry Brook, which hit a 27 run over in Arshdeep Singh over, which concluded four boundaries and two sixes in one single over. That single over is a real hidden turning point of the match. More than anything that happened later, almost no recap frames in this way also. Even after getting two wickets, two early wickets, Harry Brook came with an attacking mindset and is pushed down 27 runs in an over. But here's the moment that actually decided the game. England needed 58 of 28 balls by the numbers, and India were clearly the favourites as nobody was eventually able to get going. Jacob Bethel was also struggling, like he was not able to go freely. But then Ravi Bishnoi bowled two overs and he conceded 56 runs, 27 in the first over and 29 in the second over, including two back-to-back foot low balls. Yeah, you heard me right. Now, I think this particular detail is very much crucial, and a back foot no ball isn't the misjudged line. It means the bowler is landing past the crease under pressure, and it is a fundamental breakdown, which is not a bad luck, but it is a fundamental tactical loss because no spinner and no bowler can bowl a continuous two back leg no ball. So I think ESPN's CricInfo match report specifically flagged this as what cost India the game, and our channel is the only one which is calling it, which is actually it is. Now I would like you to show some visuals of it. Now if you see how the Indian bowling runs got conceded, Arshdeep Singh bowled a brilliant 4 overs 40 run spell even after getting two wickets early. I think the English batsman handled Varun Chakravarti pretty well with the 4 overs of 32 runs. Shivam Dubey 2 overs 21 runs, and Washington Sundar. Like we are talking about the whole series. Washington Sundar considered single run in the first match also in against the Ireland. Now comes the Ravi Bishnoi over. Ravi Bishnoi over scored 56 runs, which completely changed the momentum of the game. And Jacob Bethel, we all know a star boy, wonder boy. He finished 76 not out of 46 and he eventually turned out to be a player of the match, scoring most of his runs in Bishnoi's two overs. Now, let's crack the Abhishek Sharma's pattern across three matches. Now, here's a pattern which I wanted to show you guys across the three matches, not just one. Versus Ireland, as I discussed, 49 of 148, 33%, 59 of 189, 31%, and 43 of 190, which is again 23%. So the three consecutive matches, roughly one third of total is being coming from one batter every single time. And this is not a hot streak. This is a structural dependency. If Abhishek fails once, India's batting is a real problem, and nobody is taking this across matches. They just did. Now, I would also like to cover some portion of Women's T20 World Cup final. Now, let's go to Lords. I think England played a very covert cricket, starting from the captain. I think they scored 150 for four wickets. Why not 150 for seven? If it would have been 150 for seven, still it would have been taken. But bearing just four wickets, you did not put enough runs on the board. And Australia, Australia, they are world champions. 150 is nothing. Like they did not even put a sweat out to chase that scuttle. So I think Salva Brunt, the captain, scored 58 not out of I think 50 odd balls, and Kemp 44 not out. It was an unbroken 80 run stand, but that they secured a slow start. Like they were never in the game. Australia's Beth Mooney, like what a player, what a fine Australia has, and Litchfield, they make sure that they both only snatch the match away from the England. Like still there was Elisa Perry, Then there were a lot of batters to come on after that, but the match was pretty much over by the innings of Mooney and Litchfield. Now here's the number that deserves more attention than it's getting. Australia are now 7 wins from T20 World Cup final appearances. No team, men's or women's, in any ICC knockout format has a perfect final record like that. And Beth Mooney just scored her third consecutive half century in the T20 World Cup final. Yeah, it includes 2026, 2023, and 2020. So it is a clutch pattern over spanning 6 years. Two records in one match, and almost no recap is putting them in the same sentence. Australia's perfect final records and England's first ever home final defeat both happened in the same 40 minutes. Now, the most interesting topic and the most hot topic, which I think everybody is talking about, is being Sanju Samson getting dropped from the upcoming Zimbabwe T20 series. And I think that is genuinely breaking. I think because you cannot put your match winner and you cannot, even if the media reports are saying he's being rested, he's not being dropped. But I want to ask one question to all the viewers and to all the team selector who is selecting the team. Sanju Samson is playing just one format, which is T20. So why would a guy need a rest when he's playing just a one format? And let's assume that he's been rested. So from the whole squad or the whole batting lineup, why is only he being rested? Abhishek Sharma is playing, Ishan Kishan is playing, Tilak Verma is playing, everybody is playing, correct? The whole batting group is there. So why only Sanju Samson? Why is everyone targeting Sanju Samson for getting being rested? Is he being forced to get rest? I like there were some visuals in second T20 also where Gautam Gambhir was having an intense talk with Sanju Samson. And I think he was not pretty much happy with that. Because I thought that he will get that second T20 match. But now the third question arises like will he get a place in playing 11 in third T20 or fourth T20? Because as we all know that he's been dropped from Zimbabwe, and after that we have Asian Games. So when will he play? Like, is he being also being dropped from the Asian squad also? So there are lots of questions to being asked. I know his last three scores are 5-0-1, but before that, why are you forgetting the three match-winning knocks, three knockout scores which he scored against West Indies, England, and New Zealand? So I think all the coaching staff, their job is secure because of their three knocks. Otherwise, you never know. Like there would have been many changes in the coaching staff also. So bearing on just 3 innings, resting, or I would personally call it as a drop. This resting is just we can say it तुरंत बेचना है कि भाई उसको रेस्ट किया है या फिर उसको रेस्ट दिया है आई थिंक वो ड्रॉप हुआ है एंड I don't know at what is his future, what is his upcoming future on this because he's just playing one format. Now Samson, now what's the problem with Samson? Why is he getting out? Like what is we I also discovered some patterns in it. Samson getting dismissed early to good length deliveries, especially outside of the technical pattern. It is not just a bad luck. If you see in the early innings of the Sanju Samson, he plays very casually. Like his footwork is not that much. Like how can I explain that? At the initial phase of his innings, the footwork and the laziness clearly shows in his pattern. Once he got set, once he get his eyes on the pitch, then there is no looking back. So the early innings of the early Samson, that is one thing which he will need to improve on going further because you have to play a World Cup in the foreign condition. So in India, it is still okay if you are not having the proper footwork because you could go from the down one ball and you could hit it out of the park. But in the foreign condition or in the away condition, you must need to have a good footwork condition or the footwork. Now, Sooryavanshi retains his place against the New Zealand, against Zimbabwe, and it has to be done because Sooryavanshi, we have to find a way to play him. But on the what cost? On Sanju Samson cost. why not drop resting Abhishek Sharma? But then the team management will say, एक ही तो player है जो run मार रहा है. अगर वो भी अगर इसको हमने rest करवा दिया, so the series will be on the line. So there are very many permutation and combinations where Sanju Samson's place got dropped and eventually he sacrificed this. I think his place was sacrificed. Now another player which I would like to talk about is Tilak Verma. In the Zimbabwe squad, Prab Simran Singh is included, Harsh Dubey is included, and I have absolutely no problem with these players. These all are deserving players. They all have performed well in the IPL in the domestic season. Prab Simran currently against the series, the tie series, India, Sri Lanka, and Afghanistan. He performed, I think, very well. But why not Rajat Patidar? Why not Kunal Pandya? I think in the series like Zimbabwe, Rajat Patidar needs to be there. Like, how can you not include him in the squad? Rajat, the main problem of Team India currently is not the opening position. It is in the middle overs. In the middle overs where we need to attack the spin, where we need to smash them out of the park. Rajat Patidar is the place who can fill that place. But since you have made Tilak Verma the vice captain, we cannot bench him out. So the place of Rajat Patidar is being dropped. Harsh Dubey, I think he performed extremely well in the IPL. But if you compare his stats and its record versus Kunal Pandya is a much better occupancy than him. Like no disrespect to Harsh Dubey, but why not these players? Are the current coaching stars having some personal agenda with the RCB players? Because clearly it is been seen that in that series like Zimbabwe, why how could you not include these players? And I think Rajat Patidar should be a vice captain. Yeah, you heard me right. Rajat Patidar, the player, the form which is in, like he should be in your main team, main 11. But there are lots of questions which this management needs to answer on what basis, on what merit they are selecting the team. How are they moving forward? I would also like to add some point on Shreyas Iyer. See, Shreyas Iyer needs to understand that this team is equally his also. You cannot obey all the decisions from the management or from the Gautam Gambhir. Shreyas Iyer needs to pick his own team also. The team, like in the Ireland, in the England, and now in the Zimbabwe, there is no fixed squad. So how will a person get the results? It is eventually Shreyas Iyer who is facing all the heat. If I'm not expecting that, but if India loses this England series, there will be serious questions on the Shreyas Iyer's captaincy also, and he might lose his place also. So Shreyas Iyer will also have to look the decisions which he is making and what kind of comments he is making on the team selection. What is his say? So I think he will need to reevaluate that. So today is the match. Today is the 30-20. England leads the series 1-0, and we'll be back with the 30-20 breakdown in the Zimbabwe series preview. The moment that is most to analyze. Please subscribe our channel. This is a channel where we not just do the reaction, but we predict the outcomes. We prepare the insights, we prepare the data, and like these are all are the visuals which I think no channel is doing that because this is a very pretty much good insights because this shows that how much percentage of contribution each batter is doing. Currently, barring Abhishek Sharma, no other player is able to find his rhythm. So there are lots of questions which you guys need to ask. So all the questions and all the analytics and all the insights will find only at one platform, which is CricAI. So do shower all your love and please subscribe it, please share it, and do comment back for any improvements or for any suggestions of yours. So thank you. I will be back with the full match analysis of the 30-20, which has been played today. And tomorrow we will talk about the match reactions, the data insights, what can we expect from the pitch and everything. So subscribe it, and we are also bringing new kind of things to engage you all guys, and we are bringing lots of new case studies, lots of new theories, lots of new algorithms where we can completely change the perception of the game. So keep watching, guys, and let us meet soon. Thank you.